Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Kingdoms Candy Monsters. Okay, so one, I think the art, the look, the feel, the graphic design in terms of the icons on this game is stellar. I really enjoy it. It's a little creepy, it's a little weird, but it's just such a nice job. So kudos to the team for that. I have a hard time wrapping my head around the audience for this game. I feel like it lives in that Magic the Gathering combo fest sort of an engine builder game, but one with a lot of special abilities and a lot of nuances. And I feel like but it's very simple, so it gets lost between, like, it's not Splendor, because I can't teach this to my grandparents, or my kids' parents, my wife's, anyway, my parents. But it's also simple. So basically, I mean, okay. So you're playing as monsters, and you're trying to get the most candy at the end of the game. I love the conceit. The art is great. Each monster has a cost of dark candy, which is like how much you're going to have to pay later. They have a candy value, and they have like a special ability. And this guy gives you 2 sugar at the beginning of every round. And actually, there's all these icons and what they all do, and this is a pretty nice reference. But basically, on your turn, you can buy another monster, buy an ability, or get 5 sugar. And sugar is what you're going to be spending on everything. So buying stuff is always sugar, more and more expensive. Okay, getting monsters, you're just adding another monster. And when you do, you are going to have a more upkeep when the dark candy comes, I'll talk about. But essentially, you're just getting more bonuses. This monster gives me, when you buy a monster, which is what this icon means, you get 3 more sugar. So get this guy early and buy more monsters with him. Or you can buy an ability. Well, when you buy an ability, one of 2 things happen with abilities. So one, you can just like stack an ability on a monster. So like here, if I bought the Dungeons and Monsters, and I use the ability to upgrade Ion, now when I buy a monster, I'm going to get 3 sugar and 2 candy. These are victory points at the end of the game. That's an amazing combo. However, the other thing you can do is there's these victory point / candy symbols, and instead I can stack them underneath my player card and start working to get combos. So here's where it gets a little weird. It's actually easier over here. So if you're building combos, and this is the influence boons, for each candy of one color, monsters of the same color cost 1 less sugar to buy. So it's like an engine builder when you're paying attention to the colors. And if I have a set of these, I gain a sugar cube at the end of the game. So basically, you're trying to build these up. And so, like, here's where it gets tricky. So, like, now I have 3 1-in-1. So if I then got another ability that, say, had the yellow one here, well, now I've got 2 sets and 1 remaining. So this UI isn't so bad because it's all stacked up. It's a little weird, but it works. The thing is, you're also getting a bonus when you have those sorts of combos with your monsters. Now, the challenge with the monsters is you're not stacking them in the same way. They're sideways, and I find it a bit hard to be playing with them out and then to constantly be doing this calculation. Now, they have a solution where you're doing it in your Sweet Cave, where you're just sort of tallying it once and keeping it. But the dynamic here is you end up having your monsters. You're building your monster engine. You're building your influence boon engine. You're building your candy engine. You're doing abilities. And there's all these icons, and they're super clear, but it just adds up to a lot. It's like, by the end of your first game, you get it. You figured it out. But then, it's sort of like, am I going to play this game again? Am I going to play with the same people? It's like the game that you the designers were like playing it again and again and again, and I think it probably works there. It has a little bit of an upkeep of explanation, even though it's simple, but there's so many abilities and powers and combos. Like, it just landed in a weird spot. I don't think there's anything wrong with the game. I do think it's a little hard to like keep track of the candy in all the different ways. But there's something weird about it. And so, in addition, at the end of when all players are gone, you flip over an event. 2 out of 3 events are great. Good. All players get a benefit. Player in last place gets a benefit. Stuff like that. But then, okay, so basically you're going to like make stacks of 2 and then put the dead candy in and then shuffle them each stack. So there's like a sort of like playing Pandemic where there's like a outlay of these candies. When these candies come up, the dark ones, you just basically have to pay. So this guy is, when the dark candy comes up, this is a bad example because he doesn't do anything. Okay, when the dark candy comes up, you have to pay 3 sugar for her, 3 for him, and he is 1 per monster, so you got to pay 3. You got to pay 9 sugar. So hopefully I was saving up. If I don't, I get black cubes, and they're worth negative points at the end of the game. I don't know if it was one idea too many. I don't know if it was simply the different candies. Something about it was amiss for me. I could imagine people really liking this, but just like my brain, I think when I was 18, 16, 14, maybe even 22, my brain, and I was like super into Magic and all these games, and I was like playing, like loved card combo, like when I was in that zone, but now I'm not in that zone anymore. And it's cute enough and colorful enough that I thought maybe it wouldn't be in the zone. But like I was, playing with Emily and it didn't. It's like it has all the parts, but it did. It's 2 + 2 + 2, but it equals 5. I don't know. It might not be the best example. Anyway, I don't want to. There's a lot I like about it. It didn't sink in, and I think it's just going to be too hard to like. It takes those games to get going, and I don't know that I want to dive in and get it going. But like the development's really nice, the art's really nice, mechanically it's sound, the engine building works. It's all those things. It just didn't land for me. So anyway, Kingdoms Candy Monsters. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks. Bye.